And it says, I know you guys think Star Wars has been in a slump. What did you guys think of the Acolyte trailer? See, like even they said Acolyte. I thought it was Star Wars Acolyte, but Andrew pointed out to me it's just called the Acolyte. Yeah, so if you guys aren't familiar, new Star Wars centric show about the rise or somebody rising up in the dark side. The cover is a red lightsaber, blood all over it. We watched the trailer again right before we started this. What are your first thoughts on that? Because I ran out on X-Men. What are your thoughts on Star Wars?
It takes place at the end of High Republic.
Actually, hold on. I do have exactly. So I'll point this out just so we can put it where it's at. The Acolyte is set at the end of the Star Wars franchise's High Republic era, approximately 100 years before the Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Because I thought originally it was only like 30, 50, and I'm like, get out of this. But a century is not bad.
Yeah, no.
So that's usually Angel and I's biggest problems. Like, move on or move backwards.
No, I'm excited about it. I really like the trailer. I thought it looked good. I don't know why some people are having problems with it. I thought it looked very interesting. I really like the cast. I like a lot of the designs and the choices that they've made. It looks like very, I don't want to say diversified just in like culture, but then even when there's like the Padawans, there's this weird like little beast thing that almost kind of looks like a little like walrus or something like that kind of. So you're just seeing all these different things. I thought it looked really good. And again, I'm just so excited to get out of this era of the Skywalker era. I just hope that I guarantee you, the end of the show, it's going to be like, something's going to happen and say, oh, well, my name's something Sidious, nice to meet you. Or my name's something Palpatine, nice to meet you. And I'm like, oh, here we are again. So as long as I stay away from any of that, I'm good. So far, I'm super hopeful for it. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, so the trailer, I did think it looked pretty good. It's essentially, the long story short is it's following a Jedi investigation in a series of crimes. Because when you hear in the trailer is that, he's like Jedi, someone's slowly destroying Jedi. And you can see that it's,
I hope it does play out kind of like a detective show. That'd be really cool,
I would love that. And what it looked like in the beginning, because there's these little kids, and he's like, what do you see? And she's like, life, hope. And this little kid says, fire. So I'm assuming that's who the black chick in the gear that's fighting Carrie-Anne Moss, I believe that's who she's supposed to be, like a fallen Jedi. And if that is her name's going to be May. And it's nice to see the Jedi in action again, right? And when I was pointing out, me and Tim were talking too, and it's like, they're still using the color scheme of blue, green, and yellow. Back when they all had roles, like it was like the Guardians were blue, the Sentries were yellow. So it's like it's cool that like if they're sticking to like traditional Jedi roles. Now I forget if we see Yoda in the trailer, but he would have to be in this show, right? He's clearly over 100, and he'd be still a master at this point.
He'd be that old. I like the idea of like when I was watching the show, is it doesn't seem like the Jedi are like too political. This is before they get into politics and stuff, and they're kind of like we're an order.
Yeah.
Essentially, what an order is supposed to be. We're not influencing anyone else. Someone's influencing us. We have our beliefs, and we kind of try to keep right from wrong. We're not into this whole political with the council and all this stuff.
Yeah. It's more like do good for good's sake. But one of the things I want to point out is where I think what this show needs, at least for me, to succeed, is we need some serious death scenes. This is a show. This is a dark side show. This isn't Obi-Wan, right? This is a dark side show. I want to see assassinations. I want to see excellent monologues before they jab someone in, and I want to see it. I want to see more scenes of some heads cutting off. I think you have to do that. You can't make this show nice, right? If you're making a dark side show, make it dark. I think it needs to dive heavily into the dark side lore. We got to get to a point where why is there a rule of two? Why is the dark side? Why are there fallen Jedi and maybe Inquisitors? I don't think that would have been a thing yet. But like, where do the Sith come from? If you're rising up and you're finding out about Sith lore, then you better explain it to me. Because not a lot of people, we know stuff. We dive into comics and books and things like that. But the average Joe just knows, oh, the dark side. But it's like, yeah, but the Sith is a religious kind of, understanding. It's not just the dark side. There are dark side users, but the Sith believes in something. And I need you to dive into Darth Bane and the rule of two. And I know you don't want to see a Palpatine, but you've got to at least show me a Plagueis, because I think Plagueis...
No, that's fine, because
Plagueis was like an immortal, right? He could avoid death. So show me who the Emperor is, or show me who the big bad is, and you better make him awesome, dude, because Snoke, whatever his name was a waste of my time. And Kylo Ren, at the end of the day, as cool as he was in The Force Awakens,
the only thing I liked about him is just his saber is badass.
Yeah, so that's what I think the show needs, and here's why I think it won't do it. First of all, it's Disney Star Wars. Disney Star Wars has not made anything good Andor aside, Mandalorian season 1 and 2 maybe aside.
Yeah, because even Boba Fett fell.
Disney Star Wars sucks. Plain and simple. Obi-Wan was a waste of my motherfucking time. And it's sad when there's I forget the guy's name. There's an editor out there who redid those episodes and made it into a movie. And it's pretty good when you trim the fat and all that other stuff. So, first of all, it's just who's making it. It's Disney Star Wars. The other thing is that we've got to get past 8-episode shows. I don't know why or when that became the norm, but it's ridiculous unless you're like The Last of Us and your shows are 50 minutes. Your shows are 60 minutes. You have a couple that run over an hour. Where Star Wars and Disney are 8 episodes that are maybe 30 minutes, and I wanted to point this out because I believe that chick's name is Helynt. Is that who that you showed me? The creator? And she goes, in an interview with Collider, Helynt confirmed that the Acolyte's episodes would be similar in length to previous live-action Star Wars series on Disney+. About 30 minutes. Yeah, I would say some of them are a little bit longer, like the finale. I think it's 40 minutes. She said, you're the fucking creator. Do you not know how long your episodes are? And the biggest thing that's, okay, 30 minutes? There's 7 minutes of credits. You can't be telling, and again, when I want lore, and I want story, and I want depth, you're not telling me that in 24 minutes in over 8 episodes. And that's my disappointment. This is Star Wars. This is your bread and butter. Everyone's complaining how dog shit you've been making it. Make 8-hour-long episodes. And I don't know what's so fucking hard about that. Because I get so heated thinking about this. Like, what are you doing? Like, this sounds really cool on paper. So I'm going to get a handful of minutes for you to explain to me what happened 100 years ago with the dark side and the fall of the Jedi.
Either that or give me like 15 30-minute episodes, something.
Or, I don't know, it's just that's the way I see it, and it really grinds my gears. But there's not too much to say. Again, the trailer just dropped, so once more comes out, maybe we can see a little bit more of what's going to happen, who's going to be happening. But the biggest things that I'm already telling you is why it's going to suck or not be up to my standards is Disney's making it, and it's 8 24-minute episodes.
I'm going to stay hopeful.